Hello, I've got something I personally really need to apologize for. And I think on behalf of the health industry, there also needs to be a massive apology. This video is just a random upload that I'm wanting to speak about hormones. And the apology that I have is I am sorry that I've never taken hormones seriously enough to impact how I create plans for a woman, depending on what stage of the life they're in, depending on how their cycle is. I personally am sorry that I have not taken the time and effort and energy to do more research into hormones. I've really been thinking about it a lot lately. The past couple of months, I've been delving into extra study on hormones and the female body. I've been going through like different stages of the female's life, really digging into information about menopause. And that is what I really want to get into right now. Menopause is something that we as a society just blow off. We just almost just like roll our eyes at it. Don't say you don't, because if you're not currently going through menopause, like if you're at a younger age than that, you've probably rolled your eyes at someone who has gone through menopause, either to their face or behind their back. Oh, that's menopause. Oh. I personally, okay, so this is about me right now, about my apology, because I am sorry. That is how I have been. My mum is now 60 and she's been going through menopause for a while now. I never even looked into it. I just thought it was a stage of life that surely she'll be over it soon. Like, that was my attitude. And I think that was a lot of our family's attitude towards it. And I actually had to send my mum a message the other day. Like, I was like really upset, annoyed at myself. I was just disappointed in myself, because health is my passion. Like, health is what I live and breathe, like everything to do with health. And the fact that I could just blow off like women's hormones the way I have in the past, I'm so disappointed in myself. And I know for a fact that I have not been a great support to my mum. Like, going through menopause herself, she'd been so alone on this journey, because I know none of us daughters took the time to really understand her or understand the season of life she was going through. The more and more I look into menopause, the more I realize that it literally is a natural thing that like 51% of the population goes through. Like, if you're a female, you're going to go through menopause. Sometimes the symptoms might be worse for others and not so bad for you, or vice versa, but you will go through it if you haven't already. Like, we need to know about it. Even those of us who, if you're a male, like, you'll most likely have females in your life who are going to go through it or have gone through it. And just if we just take the time to really learn about it, we can be such a huge support. The pre-menopausal stage and then the menopausal stage, like, and then after that, it's not like it just ends. It's like the females, all of a sudden, like, they don't have all these hormones that they used to have. The brain fog that they might be experiencing, it's low hormones, like irritability and lack of patience that they all of a sudden have, the mood swings, like all these things that we just roll our eyes. Oh, she's going through menopause. Like, I just feel so sorry for my mum, and I'm just so disappointed in myself. And it's not just that personal relationship. It's like, I know a lot of women who have gone through menopause, and just if I could have been a listening ear to them, like, just if I could have been more patient with them, because I understand. I may not personally know what they're going through because I haven't gone through it yet, but I can at least take the time to listen and try and understand what is happening in their body, in their brain, how it's affecting every part of their life, how they feel like an alien inside their own head, inside their own body, because they're like, who am I? I read a really, really scary statistic the other day that said about how, like, they did a study on the reasons for divorce, and they realized that there was a fairly big hunk, like the majority of the divorces were happening because the female instigated it, and it usually happened during a time where their age bracket would probably be through that menopause season. If a female's not knowing what's going on in their own head, in their own body, their spouse probably isn't showing the support that they need either, because they also don't understand. And I'm not posting this to make people feel bad. I'm posting it because right now I do feel bad. Like I do have regrets in the way that I've managed this in the past. But I'm saying this because I know that things can change. Like we can all learn more about it. We can all change. We can all become more compassionate to those who are going through it. We can all prepare for it for ourselves. Like if you're a female, like similar age to me or younger or a bit older or whatever, and you haven't gone through menopause yet, you can prepare for it so that you know what's coming, so that you know the signs and the symptoms, so that you know what you're going to do about it when you get to that age. Like what things are you going to put in place so that, you know, so that maybe the symptoms can be less, or like to be able to manage the symptoms a little bit more. We all need more education around this matter. And that is why I'm posting this video, because the more study I'm starting to do on hormones, the more I'm just like, wow, we've just like missed the plot. Like in this day and age, I expect more from all of us, from me personally, and also from the health industry as a whole. Even just the fact that a female who has menopausal symptoms can go from doctor to doctor to doctor or different medical practitioner, and no one is able to diagnose that they're even going through menopause, because it's so hard to find someone who actually gets it and actually understands and who's really up to date with like all the different medications and like hormone replacements that you can have. A lot of the studies are so out of date now, and it's like, man, like we need to do better. And I'm not even just speaking about menopause in this video, because I also want to share my like regret. I think it's a regret, or like I really want to apologize to every single female I've ever trained or coached, because the more I'm learning about hormones, the more I'm delving into it, the more I realize that a female needs to be trained differently to a male. And all the studies that I've done, like I did, you know, my Cert 3 and 4 in fitness like years and years and years ago. And then I did my Bachelor of Health Science at Deakin University in Victoria, majoring in nutrition, health promotion. And so many of the studies I read and the content that I was learning, the studies were based on males. Like, we need more studies available for females, like that are actually done on females, so that we can really understand the female body, because the females need to be trained and coached differently, because our bodies are different. We run on like a 30-day cycle. Like obviously some people's cycle is a little bit shorter, some people's a little bit longer, but we're not like males where they just, most days are the same. Like our bodies are constantly doing all these amazing things. It's nothing to be ashamed of. It's nothing to dread. It's nothing to be like, oh, like it's not a reason to be like, I just wish that I wasn't a female. No, like our bodies are doing amazing things. Like our bodies can do amazing things. If you've had a baby before, you know how amazing your body can be, and just like what it can do. And I'm just really sorry that I have not taken this into consideration when creating plans for people. Like I'm learning new ways of doing it. So number one, I'm saying sorry. Number two, the action I'm taking is I'm delving more and more into these studies, just so that I can really create the best plans that are actually going to supplement. I really want to be able to create a plan that helps a female to thrive at every stage of her cycle. You know, it might look different. Like obviously, like at the start of the cycle, you probably have way more energy. You might do more higher intensity exercise. And then towards the end of the cycle, guess what? You're probably going to have to do more gentle things like Pilates or walking, or still, like if you love going to the gym every single week, still go to the gym, but just know that there's certain times of your cycle where you may just have to be a little bit more gentle on your body. You may need to take time out to rest. Like even just encouraging my clients to be like, oh, you know, in that last week of the cycle, you might actually just need to grab a book and literally just sit down and have a bit of a break for an hour instead of, you know, doing ABC. The way you eat, like what you eat, there's so many things that can really help depending on the part of your cycle you're in. Whether or not there's some parts of the cycle where your body's probably going to thrive more off carbs. There's certain parts of the cycle where your body's probably going to thrive better off some fat. So you might add a little bit more healthy fats into some weeks of your cycle. And I just feel like my whole brain has been opened and I'm just like absorbing so much more new information. And I'm learning so much about myself. I'm learning so much just about the female body as a whole. And it's actually really exciting. So I'm really wanting to encourage everyone, like whether you're male or female, look into this. Like if you're a female, learn about your own body. Like our bodies are amazing. And I'm just like, if we can learn more about our body, we can like treat it better. We can lessen like side effects and symptoms of, you know, different parts of the cycle that come. Like it is a natural thing, but I mean, we can still like really look after ourselves in a way where we can thrive during every single season of our cycle. It just, our lifestyle will just look a little bit different in the different seasons, and then we can really thrive. And you know, and then you can also help out your kids, your daughters, your sisters, your mum, whatever stage they're in, like just learning about it. And if you're a male, you're probably going to be, you're either already married to one, or you're probably going to be married to a woman one day. And so just learning about the cycle so that, you know, you can actually be the best support you can be, and then you can have a healthier relationship instead of just rolling your eyes at, oh, it's that time of the month, or, you know, like, admit it, we all have done that to someone before. It's about time we stop, I say. I think that the reason why I'm sharing this video is to let you all know that I'm really delving into this. I'm sorry for not taking it as seriously in the past, but I'm going to do better, I promise. And I'm really enjoying learning more about it. And I'm excited to bring you guys some plans that actually just help you thrive in every season of your life. That is my aim. So stay tuned, guys. I'm excited. I'm keen, I'm pumped, and I hope you are too. Make sure you are subscribed to my channel, because I'm going to be posting so many new updates that I'm learning, and also obviously like workouts, recipes all the time, a couple of videos a week. So subscribe.